Today's story is an interesting one. It is a story of a single mother who became infamous for what she did to her daughter's murderer in front of a judge during a trial. But before we continue, if you are a fan of true, strange, and mysterious stories that send chills down your spine, you are in the right place. That is what we do. If that makes you happy, give the like button a handshake. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Marianne was a strongly single mother who ran a pub in 1970s Lübeck, a city located in what was then known as West Germany. She had 3 children and she gave up 2 for adoption. Marianne was living with her last daughter, Anna. She loved Anna so well. Everything about Anna was exceptional, from the way she talks to the way she spent so much time with her mother. The bond was unbreakable. She always had this joyful aura whenever she was around. In fact, people describe Anna as a happy, open-minded child. Unfortunately, Marianne was heartbroken when her treasured little daughter was found dead on the 5th of May 1980. On that fateful day, 7-year-old Anna had skipped school after she had an argument with her mother. Unfortunately, she somehow found herself in the hand of her 35-year-old neighbor, a local butcher named Klaus Grabowski, who already had a criminal record involving child molestation. According to investigators, Grabowski had kept Anna at his home for hours before he strangled her with a pantyhose. It was unclear whether or not Grabowski sexually assaulted Anna before strangling her with a pantyhose. Thereafter, he stashed the child's body in a cardboard box and left it on the bank of a nearby canal. Grabowski was arrested that same evening after his fiancée alerted the police. He confessed to the murder but denied that he sexually abused the child. Instead, Grabowski gave a strange and disturbing story, and up to this moment, nobody has been able to corroborate the story. Grabowski claimed that he strangled the little girl after she tried to blackmail him. According to Grabowski, Anna tried to seduce him and threatened to tell her mother that he had molested her if he didn't give her money. Marianne was heartbroken by this story. About a year later, when Grabowski was on trial for the murder, Marianne had her revenge. Grabowski's trial was like a nightmare for Bashmer. To start with, his defense attorneys were so good and they had already tried to prove that Grabowski's action was triggered by hormonal imbalance, which was caused by hormone therapy which he received after he was voluntarily castrated years earlier. At the time, sex offenders in Germany often underwent castration to prevent recidivism, that is, the tendency of convicted criminals committing the same crime again. Though this wasn't the case for Grabowski, but the trial seemed to be in Grabowski's favor, and Marianne couldn't stand the thought of this monster and child molester going off the hook without being punished. All she wanted was justice for her daughter, and it seemed to her that she may not be able to get that justice in court. So she decided to take matters into her own hands. On the 3rd day of the trial in Lübeck District Court, Marianne sneaked a .22 caliber Beretta pistol into the courtroom. During the middle of the trial, Marianne grabbed the gun from her purse and pulled the trigger 8 times. 6 of the shots hit Grabowski and he died on the courtroom's floor. According to Judge Gwenther Kroger, who spoke to Bashmer after she shot Grabowski in the back, she heard the grieving mother say, "I wanted to kill him. I wanted to shoot him in the face, but I shot him in the back. I hope he's dead." 2 policemen also claimed to have heard Marianne called Grabowski a pig after she shot him. So Marianne whose daughter was killed, was now facing trial for murder. During her trial, testified that she shot Grabowski in a dream and saw visions of her daughter in the courtroom. A doctor who examined her said that was asked for a handwriting sample, and in response she wrote, "I did it for you, Anna." Marianne now found herself at the center of a public maelstrom. Her trial received international attention for her ruthless heart of vigilantism. People started asking questions. Was Marianne Bashmer, a distraught mother, simply trying to avenge the brutal death of her child? Or did her act of vigilantism make her a cold-blooded killer herself? Many express sympathy towards her motives but condemn her actions nevertheless. In addition to the case ethical conundrum, there was also a legal debate about whether the shooting was premeditated or not, or whether it was murder or manslaughter. The court ultimately convicted Bashmer for premeditated manslaughter and sentenced her to 6 years behind bars in 1983. In June 1985, Marianne Bashmer was released from prison after serving only half of her sentence. She moved to Nigeria, where she married and remained until the 1990s. After she divorced her husband, Bashmer relocated to Sicily, where she stayed until she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, upon which she returned to a now unified Germany. What do you think about Marianne Bashmer's action? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment below. Thank you.